Hello, hello, back again. Another quarterfinals game. Got ManedWolf up against who is it? Edwin Brotch, who I've not cast any games of yet. And this is on Costa Rica. As you can see, ManedWolf is on third Canadian. An unusual choice. Don't see this that often. Yeah, should be a fun one. Gone for the Stuarts, the Shermans. No rivers to exploit, unfortunately, with that. Priests. Wolverine's on double vet. Nice idea. These are kind of a bit like Panzer IVs in a way. Other than they've got a weak top. Other than that, very similar. And the 17 pounders will come into decent play in the open space, but yeah, should be interesting. It's got for a lot of off map here, an awful lot of off map. Taking advantage of the Spitfires. These could come in really handy too. And let's see what he's going to be up against. And here we have his opponent, and it's 17th SS. Very, very, very strong division. Stug Force do very nice, and the Yankee Panzer Force, as you might know by now, I constantly go on about these being really, really strong, really cost efficient. He's not gone for the corrupt, not much need for it. Just one card of Pack 40s and good armor all around. No light AT guns. And he's unbalanced as well, so this could be a bit problematic for him, but we shall see. Decent artillery in here. 300mm ManedWolf should do some work. Something to kill tanks with as well. So Shermans are going to outperform the Stugs on this map in the town fights for sure, I'd say. But could be pretty interesting. It is strange to see that Legionary in A, and then the next card is in C. So it looks like he's just going to flood the forest with his Stern Pioneers in B and see if they can hold on. Anyway, let's get to it, see what goes on. And here we are in Costa Rica. And as you can see, ManedWolf on the right and Edwin Brotch on the left. I'm kind of favouring ManedWolf for this one. Simply because he's on Maverick and he's going to have the Jeeps, a lot of speed, and now I kind of understand why he's brought the off-map. If he just drops a ton of off-map down here on these three flags, he can pretty much take these out. And it's going to cause lots of problems for Edwin Brotch. Like, he's not got... He's going to have to try and rush his units into here and try and gain this town. But against the Jeeps, got Vickers coming in, field engineers. It's going to be a bit tricky. I think that's a sniper with a mortar as well. The 50mm mortar. Good choice. And with the Spitfires coming in as well. Because on this map, you can set up decent AA around here. But it's because there's so much forest cover around. Sometimes you can't get a good line of sight with the AA. In the north, it's okay, generally speaking. Edwin Brotch, I feel he needs to make a push, possibly in a northern position, and cause some problems in here in order to drag it out onto the late game. Otherwise, I fear he might get overrun in the town. But I've seen, obviously these players are fairly decent as they got up through the group stage. But I've not seen Edwin Brotch. I don't think I've played him ever either. I just don't think this is the right choice for this map. It can be quite easy to take these. If he gets the Yankee Panthers out, the Stugs out here into the open to cover all this ground and try and push forward. But then he got the 17 pounders can come out and pick him off. So it's going to be tough. Anyway, let's see. I've literally got no idea who wins this one. Oh, he's trying some backdoor antics. I'm not sure what's going around the back, though. I guess it's going to be the recon. Yeah. Interesting. But it looks like that's going to be countered a little bit. Spotters are coming through there. In the town, yes, this does look quite a light deployment. Rifles are not the best choice in my opinion. I didn't spot that in his deck. Rifles, they're okay in like CQC. They're kind of a throwaway unit. But at range fights, they're just pretty poor, to say the least. 17 pounder out right at the start there. Gonna need some AA to protect this. BF 109 coming in already. I'm not sure what for. Maybe he's thinking about strafing down a 17 pounder, which is being backed off straight away by ManedWolf. In the north, looks fairly static up there. 12-12 is on. Legionary is going to be really difficult to push out of here with SPW as well. There's a 6 pounder back in the mob though. Yeah, this BF 109 looks like he's trying to deal with that 17 pounder, not having success. Spotters, they might get picked off here. Maybe they can make it unload into the forest. I'm not too sure. Edwin Brotch really light over in this position, which is fair enough. There's only this flag that needs defending, really. And ManedWolf has locked down this little area, this little village. Kangaroos in there to help out as well. Surprised we're not seeing an SPW coming down this road here. Maybe soon. SPW 222 is going to take out these spotters. Oh, but the spotters have been spotted. Is he going to be able to get them into cover before they die? I think maybe not. No. Stuart coming round. That's not really going to be able to deal with them. Snipers picked off somehow. I don't know what got that. Or was this the German sniper, possibly? 2-inch carry in here now. Might get flamed to death. 1311 is on. ManedWolf has pushed further in the north here. So rifles and the Piats. Yeah, at range, this Legionary are not going to do much good there. They don't really have the weaponry. Like 150 meters. Like they're barely touching the edge of this forest. The rifles and the Piats will actually outtrade them. And with the Stuart back up here, SPW does need to come out onto this road and pick him off. I don't think the 6 pounder has good vision around this area. SPW definitely needs to come around here. It can deal with these light pieces of armor. And it's very quiet in the center. I was really expecting ManedWolf to bring out an early off map and just drop it on this area. Bofors is coming out now, so I'm expecting to see Spitfires coming in soon after that. Pack 40 back here now is going to pick off the Kangaroo quite easily when it has line of sight on it. Single tick is on. Stuart coming in for protection around here now. Should be able to deal with the SPW 222. And I think possibly Edwin forgot about this. It seems to be moving extremely slowly to get around that area. Can it deal with the Stuart? These autocannons are just ridiculously powerful sometimes. It gets him in one shot. If that had missed, then no, it could have gone down to Stuart. Stug 4 coming in. That will log down this area. There doesn't seem to be any packs out here at the moment. Spitfire's now coming in. Going for the pack 40. Which took out the Kangaroos. Yeah, that's fair goes. Oh. Brock does move it out of the way in time, though. Nice. Brotch, sorry. In the north, both Legionaries have gone down. Another one is coming in. Just needs to keep it deep in the forest. He's kind of lost his flag now. There's not a lot he can do about that. Spitfire protected by the Bofors in the back there. Keeping the BF 109 off. And this is the good BF 109. Dishes out a hell of a lot of damage. But looking pretty good for ManedWolf. This is all he needs to do. Keep the single tick going. Just over halfway through A phase now. I think towards the end of A phase we might see the first off map come out and be popped around into this area somewhere just to lay down some fire into this town. Then see a push. Flamers are going to lose out to the rifles here. Getting double whammied. Yeah, rifles, they are pretty terrible units, but in close quarter combat, because they've got the automatic rifle, which is move and shoot, it does fire at close quarters, so they dish out a decent bit of damage in CQC, but at range they're just pretty awful. But 20 points and not too shoddy. Good in combination with Flamers and other CQC infantry. But this area is really locked down. Spitfire's coming in for another bombing run. It's going to take out this Pack 40. And there he goes. But ManedWolf has been thinned out in the north quite a lot. And reinforcements coming in. Rifles in more kangaroos. And a couple of rifles Piat here, I believe. Or is that just a standard rifles? Just a standard rifles. Yeah, here the rifles at range, they can't really deal with these guys. Stug offering fire support from range now. SPW is moving up. This is not really the area where Edwin wants to be fighting, to be honest. There's not any flags for him to gain over here at all. It's like one here, that's it. From blue side, I tend to try and rush into this area very quickly, get into the town, round the back into here, with units down this road, and into this forest, and then try and put pressure on these two flags. But with balance, you have to be a bit more conservative. And here come the Legionaries. They are going to mop up these rifles now. Yep. Can he push all the way through to the back and get his flag? I think he can. Stuart has gone all the way through. These dish out like, is it 2 damage or something? Yeah, 2 damage. Nice little machine gun. If you can get that in the back line, can really do some damage. And that's exactly what he's doing by the looks of it. He's just moving it right round the back. The Stug's probably going to pick him off though. Be a good idea to hide this around here somewhere and pick off things. Reinforcements coming in. Unfortunately, the Stug is going to get him. 1410 is on now. But that's not going to last for long. Can the Stug not see this still? Surely can see it now. Oh. Looks like ManedWolf has spotted this, so he's driving him back out the way again. And does get him into cover. Nice little memeing going on. Still nothing happening here. Another Stuart coming in. We're coming towards the end of A phase. Sherman leader coming into the back. There's no AA in this area. We're not really seeing much threat from the planes though. We do have lots of the AT planes on Edwin Brotch. We saw them in his deck, but there's not much need for them at the moment. And we see some priests coming in. Interesting. So maybe he's just going to start bombing, maybe into this area. He does have a lot over here, but getting across this open area is going to be pretty tough from now on. Stuck in the SPW on a Pack 40 here. 6-pounder is going to poke his nose out, and this will be able to deal with a Stug. If you can knock out this armor, he might be looking to make a concerted push across here. Spitfire's coming in. Oh, yeah, looks like he's making a move on it. Oh, he's got APCR on. Needs to turn that off. The Stug has backed off into cover now. Nice bombing run. But at least the road is free now, so he can use it, move his infantry across and try and take this flag. Snuck the flag right round the back here as well. Meanwhile in the north, not quite being pushed off this flag yet. Yeah, it does need to get the Shreks in here to deal with these things. Stug is very defensive position. The only 17-pounder we see is on the field here. Yeah, you would expect one to be in here as well, to be honest, so worth keeping it back a bit. Oh, Edwin Brotch, he has spotted this now, so he's going to get this flag back. But it's still just a single tick at the moment. We are into B phase, though. And here come waves of assault pioneers. Where are these boys going? It's going straight into this forest. Looks like they've taken the wrong road. But, yeah, this SPW will mop them up. And all this infantry here will mop them up. Is he going to spot this mistake or not? Is he reacting with smoke here? Or no, no, no. Yeah, these are all going to get completely wiped. He has spotted it now. It is a pain when that happens. Obviously, he wants him to come down this road, but they've taken the other road. And here comes the off-map. Be worth laying down some smoke now. Mortar is trying to soften up the infantry over here. The kangaroo is the issue, though. The Shrek has gone down. Not fantastic. So everything's looking in ManedWolf's favour at the moment. He's still got a single tick going. He's got way more income now. The priests are softening up in the town. Yeah, it's going to be a case of softening up with the priests, then finish off with the off-map. Expect to see Sherman. Yeah, it's a Sherman coming in now. Probably going to see a wave of assault pioneers coming in at some point. A mortar will be some... I think the priests have smoke, don't they? And that's a point. Is there any AA out? Only right in far north? Spitfire's still trying to get this pack. Don't manage to get it yet. The Sherman's going to go down to the pack by the looks of it. Last shot. No, misses, and he's still not killed. How has he survived for so long? Spitfire staying around to strafe. There's absolutely no AA in the centre and in the south, where it's most needed. I've not seen a single bombing strike come in the north, and he's got AA out there. SK-18 on counter battery. Yeah, these priests are vulnerable to counter battery. You need to keep them moving after they're fired, because they're open top vehicles. As you can see here, one shell hits that directly, it's dead. These are good counter battery guns as well. They fire pretty fast. Got a nice bit of boom to them. And here comes a wave of Piats into the central position. Sherman's going to be screening for them, see if there's any AT around. Piat going right down the centre as well. Is he going to take it? Oh, no, no. SPW got him. Little bit too greedy there, maybe. And here comes the off-map. And we're halfway through B now. I can't see what Edwin Brotch can do. 20 minutes. The double tick's going to be on fairly soon. It's going to be tough for him to hold out. If all this infantry, or 50% of it, manages to get into this town and stay there, it's going to be really tough. You could just park these around the corner and just wait. They're going to get picked up. They're getting picked off by the Stug on the road. Unload them. Unload them. Needs to get these unloaded quickly. There we go. Not quite time to perfection there. It's really unfortunate. He's bringing in more and more. Yeah, that's what you need to do. 17-pounder on the road here will be very handy. Or even just a 6-pounder. 17-pounder will deal with this Stug. Easy. Still just got a single tick on. And Edwin Brotch, in reaction to this, is starting to push in the north. He needs to get rid of this kangaroo. Needs to move the legionaries up just to try and get a Panzerfaust off on them. The 2-inch mortar's going to be firing as well now. It's not going to work out. It's really not working out for him there. This Doug 4 really holding the line well. More Piats coming in. SPW goes down to the Piat. Still not got that double tick on though. Spitfire's coming in into the north now. Decent bombing strike. Killed off the leader. That flag is secured. There's no need for him to advance over here. Oh, the BF-109 comes in, takes out a Spitfire. And the Spitfire takes out the BF-109. Nice trade. Wolverine. Nice position. If you can get round here, cut off the reinforcement road. Could do with some recon in this position. But it's the push on the town that matters. It's still just a single tick. Coming towards the end of B phase, he's not really... He needs that double tick on. Still got time for it. This should do the trick. Can get these unloaded and into the heavy cover soon. Surprised we're not seeing the rifles Piat go in there as well. And it's just a big push across into this area. Would be good. It's a shame he lost all those pioneers going down the wrong road. Yeah, all of this is going to be wiped out. There's too many flamers in here. That's exactly what he needs. He needs this double tick on really fast. We could even see another off-map coming in. We've got a Firefly now. I think that's overkill. It's not really needed. A 17-pounder will be much better than a Firefly for dealing with this Stug. He's actually bringing that around to the northern position. He's worried about an advance across the open, possibly. And I was just about to say, Yagdi Panzer IV, here comes one onto the field. Great unit. Not fantastic on this map, though. Might just run straight into the 17-pounder if he's unlucky. 2 minutes left. And is ManedWolf letting this one slip away? Oh, Rifles Piat advancing on a Stug. If he takes out a Stug, this could be it. This could turn the game. He's got eyes on him. Miss. He's going to get one more shot off. And there he goes. Sherman and Stewart advancing ahead of them now. The Pack 40's got no line of sight. And I think that's going to be it. It's going to be really difficult for him to push him out now. Bunch of Panzergrens coming in. But I don't believe these have Panzerfaust. And that's what he needs. Got nothing to deal with the armour in the town at the moment. The Stewart and the Sherman are just going to run over everything. Sherman particularly good in this kind of situation. The Yagdi Panzers not going to be able to get eyes on these. I think ManedWolf is good enough player to keep them hidden. So no Shreks coming in. It doesn't look like it. And the priests counter battery. There's more SK-18s out. They're not managed to kill off the priests. See lots of shells hitting around here, but no joy. Still just a single tick though. And we are entering into C phase now. Now Edwin Brotch has the advantage with the points, but the last round of off-map coming in, and he didn't bring in another card of off-map, did he? 17-pounder in strange position. You can sneak this flag here fairly easily. All this infantry could go down. He's not managed to take this, and yeah, Edwin might be able to pull this back. Can he grind this out? It does look like ManedWolf has lost quite a lot. There's a heavy investment down into the south here, but he's not really gaining anything for it at all. Well, literally nothing. Not got this flag, not got this flag, not got this flag. This is already his flag, so... yeah, at the moment he's just got this one and this one. Off map coming down. Doing a good old bit of damage on this infantry. Softening it up, it's not really going to kill it much though. The Sherman and the Stuart did get picked off. Was it the Vostok? Oh, the Vostok, of course. They've got Faust. £17-pounder. Yeah, it is moving up. We'll be able to take out the Jagd Panzer. Firefly in the centre here. Sherman, finally, a decent piece of arm coming into the north. This is going to be great around this area. We'll be able to hold this flag. That looks like a little bit too much infantry there, but should hold him. He's got a big arty piece out now. One of the SK-18s has been picked off by counter-battery. Both the priests are still alive. I think the rate of fire on these is actually better. Oh no, it's the same. It's identical. Needs more infantry in the centre more than anywhere, I would say. This seems like massive overkill. Like 2 or 3 in here will be fine. Shermans are screening. Jagd Panzer IV trying to get eyes on his Sherman, and now he should be able to pick off that Sherman really easily. Yeah, this lines of sight. You have to check both positions. 17-pounder being revealed there. If he loses his Sherman, that's okay. If you can get a 17-pounder on it and pick it off, it's kind of worth losing the Sherman, in a way. Should have eyes on it fairly soon. Still the single tick is on. 10 minutes. Can he hold a single tick for 10 minutes? I'm not too sure he can, to be honest. ManedWolf out now. Decent choice. Although I'll be firing into this forest. Not back there, but he's managed to pick up a lot of reinforcements there. Not the most amazing strike. Stop the reinforcements coming into the town at least. £17-pounder still not got eyes on this Jagd Panzer IV. Piat's moving over the open here. They might get picked off by the flamers if they're not careful. The priest DD would be able to back them up. Should be 5 position actually onto this building and should clear that out by itself. Be better off moving the Piats into this forest. Jagd Panzer IV coming up now. This can probably deal with a Firefly if it gets a clean shot on it. And 15-9 is on now. Needs to jump him out the building though. He's going to get picked off by the Jagd. Firefly moving in. He needs to get a max distance and pick off this Jagd Panzer. Piat's on the road, now advancing forwards. Yeah, I think he's got this in the bag. Possibly smoke off with a Stern Pioneer and push into this town would be an option. But he's practically given up on a southern position. Shrek is moving in. This should be able to pick off the Sherman with a bit of luck. Assault Pioneer dropping smoke around here trying to protect himself, but it's not going to work out. Just pop him out the building and hide behind the buildings, should be okay. Finally, the 17-pounder's got eyes. And there he goes. Five minutes into sea phase now. Lots of stormtroopers coming in here. Maybe he saw what I was thinking about. Protecting this town. Protecting this flag. Yeah, Wolverine, perfect spot here, covering the road. And I don't think... Oh, and all the artillery has been picked up as well. That's going to go down fairly soon. This looks like ManedWolf is going to get game 1. I thought he was leaving it a little bit too late then. But held up pretty well. Off map, being used as a heavily armoured machine gun now. Out of charges by this point in the game. Still no 17-pounder put on this road, which is very surprising. I was actually attacking with all the stormtroopers in here, and they will be able to mop up in this forest. But actually, there are some legionnaires in here, so that might be a bit tougher. Molotovs are more effective than the TNT. And we're back onto a single tick, but I think he's done enough now. Where can Edwin get 2 flags? There's a possibility in here. Small possibility. This one's going to be almost impossible to get. And up here in the north, again, this is going to be too tough. He needs to have a big bombing run in here to something and then try and push through. He needs to start advancing his armour wherever he can. Try and get the flags quickly. This 6-pounder's in a really nasty position. I do feel like he just needs to just advance stuck down this road no matter what. He's got to try and push out here. At least put it in a position where it can fire into this area, offer support to the infantry. Sherman leader coming around to support the rifles out in this town. This town might go at this point. It's 4 minutes. Needs to hold on for. Artillery battering the forest now, and the Sherman is in position, so it's going to stop these infantry advancing. This is where you need the Stug to come out. Three minutes. Well, just under. ManedWolf firing at the... That's a strange choice. Again, here, you want the flags, not killing a piece of armour that's out in the open. This is not threatening a flag. Did pick it off, but I don't know what worth that was, to be honest. The 17-pounder's lurking around. This guy cannot really move forwards, but you'd have to start advancing at this point in the game. Got no choice. And this guy. You just got to start pushing. 3 minutes. Where do these guys go in? SK-18 still alive. Does it have smoke? Nope. Desperate times. What can he do with these? Unloading them here is not going to help. You need to unload them like basically on top of this flag almost. It doesn't like any of these have Fausts. It's got nothing to kill the Sherman really. The Panzer IV could literally just drive it straight at the Sherman and hope for the best. What time looks like it's up. It is so easy in this game. I've done it so many times. I look at the clock and it's like, oh, I'm going to lose in a minute. And because I've not been watching it, it's so easily done. So I have 10 minutes of sea income now, but it's not... It's kind of look like it's equalised in terms of points on the board, but it's too late. Very well played by ManedWolf. Yeah, the amount invested into this town to hold it was really good at the start. Getting the 6-pounder into fantastic. And now we see a JU-88 coming out. Yeah, I think he's just like, I'm just going to kill something now because I can. Could have done with that coming into the town here. Taking out these Shermans, but he probably lost eyes on it by this point. Yeah, he has. 1.5 minutes remaining. Game is over. Unless by some miracle he manages to take this flag and this flag in the next minute. He's going for it. You can't even attack move now. You just got to run your guys forward and hope for the best at this point in the game. Wolverine coming in for a bit of extra protection. Not that it's going to be needed. Still no advance being made here, and it has to be made now. Yeah, ManedWolf's done a really good job of pulling his opponent across the map, attacking here, here at some point as well, getting into here, causing problems over here and at the back here. Been very proactive. Dictated how the game's been played. And it's going to be his win. I think the trades might be fairly even, but usually when I say that, I'm completely wrong. When I think there's a big difference, there's none. When I think there's no difference, there's a big difference. Nicely played. And 10, 9, 8. I'm really surprised these didn't get picked off by a lucky round from the SK18. We're going to see the never worth a fire? No, we're not. It's over. And let's see. Now, yeah, that was even. Literally to a point. I was actually right on the money for a change. Wow. Identical KD. And Spitfire's really doing well. This one especially, taking out the BF-109 right in the middle of that game there. Spitfire's way more cost efficient. The lack of AA did kind of hurt him a little bit at the start. I think the income was the worst choice there. And having his Legionaries in as a C, as a card in C, yeah, I think it's a questionable choice. I can kind of understand it. 17-pounder picking off the Agdes. Yeah, Spitfire gets MVP there. And for Edwin Brotch, Pack 40, nice kills. Volksdeutsche getting some nice kills as well. Nothing particularly outstanding here. The Pack 40 did some work, that's about it. Let's just check something again. I just want to look at his deck, because the lack of AT infantry was puzzling. The Legionaries, but they were in C, didn't have anything in B really. And yeah, had to load up an old game there. Must have been pre-patch. Bear with me. Who wants to be my friend? Dennis Diderot. How do I do this? I never know how to do it. Oh, never mind. Where? Battle group. Yeah, I'm not saying it's to pick on him or anything. I'm just intrigued. So you got 9 in here and 6 in here. Oh, you don't really get another Volksdeutsche. I see. Yeah, some of these in B would have been handy. You can upvet them as well. They're really, with the double MG34s as well, be particularly tasty. But I personally would have gone for... I would have gone for these in B. It's only 6 more. And then possibly, because you're running... I possibly would have done this, I think. And these... If we're going to be bringing them in like that. Upvet them. Stern Pioneer, I can get on board with that idea, but I'd probably go for some in A as well. I'm just trying to figure out, actually. Would these be better? Oh, you can only get them in B. Ah, right. Okay, fair enough. I think this would have been a better way to go. 92's more than enough infantry as well. I would even consider switching possibly these guys out. Because in A, you just want to be holding. You don't want to be spending that many points. But you do get You do get you do get a lot of these. 12 or yeah, 8 at one vet. Yeah, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Even that much would be enough. 65. He had the AA, didn't use it really. Do these come in the transports? No, they don't. Yeah, this can come in pretty handy. Oh, they're all locked in B. Oh, right. I didn't realize these were quite so phase locked. Leaders in here would be nice. Because he didn't have he had the artillery, but there's no radios anywhere other than on the stub leaders. Anyway, that's that. Bye bye. See you in game 2.